tackle the technology collaborative tools in the digital world. So at the end of this discussion, we are expected to identify and explore collaborative tools or applications that can be integrated in instruction. The second one is to build a platform or an online account that can be for a collaborative work. So, as we all know, the Gen Z, this is the generations of a tech savvy, whereas they are more inclined and they are more literate when it comes to technological perspective. They know how to navigate, to use, and to access different technological advancement and different technological platforms as well. The same goes with the different social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and a lot more. For the reasons that they know how to use it effectively, they also know what is the positive effect and the positive benefit that they can, or these social media platforms can bring to them. So because of that, or because of the era of the Generation Z, the technology dominate the whole world. It became popular, it became famous, and most used in a lot of people all around the world. So because of that, the collaborative, or it opens the door for the collaborative tools in digital world become useful effectively as well. So like for instructional purposes, for work purposes, and for a lot of purposes as well. Okay, so we have here the technology as a collaborative tool. So one way to engage students is to give them a challenge and chance to work together. So as we all know, in a classroom setting, the teacher is just the facilitator of the learning. So they always give opportunity for the students to work together or to collaborate together and able to achieve their common goals. So for the reason that the teachers do that certain perspective is because they wanted the students itself to be responsible to their own learning. So they want to give the students the opportunity to learn by their own perspective, by their own hard work itself. So during the pandemic, or right now, since we are in the middle of the pandemic, whereas the students are not located in a one setup or in one classroom setup, whereas they are located far from each other, so from other house to other house, because it's just an online classes. So the collaborative tools in digital media, or digital world rather, is very effective because it gives them opportunity to collaborate, to work, and to communicate together in an easier manner because of these collaborative tools through online that technology also brought us. So for that perspective, it gives them the opportunity to have a successful work, successful task, and it will not give them a hard time because of this collaborative tool. The second one is that students may continue the discussion and share informations or come up with an agreement by texting, emailing, chatting, or using online documents. So, like for example, a group of students who tend to have a meeting enable for them to discuss important information and important point for their group that they can use to have a successful school-related task as a group. But sometimes their time itself is not sufficient and enough in able for them to cover up all of the important points and informations that they need to agree upon within their group members. But because of the online collaborative tools, they give them the chance to continue their discussion and continue their meeting. So it can be through texting, it can be through emailing, chatting, or any online document. So for that reasons, it gives them the chance to still discuss and agreed upon what is the final output of their group will be, in able to have a beautiful and successful presentations to their school related activities. Especially now, since all of the students are doing online classes, this collaborative tools is very useful, especially the chatting perspective, because through this chat, the teachers and students tend to have a communication at the same time. So the students tend to have a sense of belongingness because they have the group chats where they tend to feel that they belong to this class and they are aware what is the class are all about, or what is the teachers tend to give them to the whole class. So that is the one of the positive effect of the collaborative tools also. So as what you've seen from the picture, we have here the technology's collaborative tools. So we have here the Skype, the blog, Wiki or the Wikipedia, and the Google Groups. So later on, we are going to discuss it one by one. So yes, the other picture says that the technology really give us the opportunity to collaborate, to communicate, and to work together even though we are apart. So especially now during the pandemic, where a lot of people or most of the people are staying in their houses and doing their thing through online. The work perspective, the education perspective is being done through online. But because of this technology or the collaborative tools that technology brought us, it still gives us the chance and the opportunity to collaborate, to work, and to communicate effectively to our group members, to our fellow students, and to our fellow workers effectively, even though they are or we are apart from each other. So that is one of the optimistic view and optimistic thing that the technology brought us. This is what we call the collaborative tools in digital world. So the number one we have is what we call the Skype. So a Skype is a software applications allowing you to do a video conferencing for free. So like for example, you have a group mates or workmates rather that is quite far from you. So for example, you are here in Cebu and your group mates are in Manila right now. But still you need to have a communications and able to successfully finish your task. But through this Skype, it will give you opportunity to still communicate to each other and to talk about your matters and able to achieve your common goals. So this SAT applications is very easy when it comes to its feature. Just need to know how to navigate it. You just need to become literate about it. And without any doubt, you can definitely use this app the way you want it to be. So the second one we have here is what we call the Wiki or the Wikipedia. This software that allows you to create pages designed to allow you to post or write, edit, upload a link quickly. So as we all know, a Wikipedia is like a digital encyclopedia, and it gives us the opportunity to access freely information and different things that you need to access in a more easier manner. So its primary goal is to share information and knowledge to a certain persons who might looking for a answer to their questions or some lacking information that they need to have in their work or to their matters that they are working on that certain point. So it is very easy to access. You just need to have the internet, then there you go. You can easily access different information and knowledge in this certain collaborative tool. So this Wikipedia, its work can be extended virtually and asynchronously. So virtually because it gives us a chance to interact with our teachers, to our fellow group mates, to our fellow classmates and fellow workmates as well. And it can be also asynchronously because even though we are not engaging ourselves in an online type of classes or online type of work, still we can be able to access information, to access knowledge, and to post our own knowledge as well to this certain collaborative tool, which is again the Wikipedia. So we have here the number 3, which is all about the blogging. So what is blogging? It is a journalizing your ideas to which others can react, allowing a thread of discussion that takes place and which can be used online. It is the abbreviations of weblog. So the blogging, it's like a digital journal. So just like a journal, it will give you a chance to upload or to share your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas, and feelings for a certain moment. And under your post, the other person on the other side have the opportunity to write their opinions as well or insights about your post. So somehow they beg to disagree with your opinion, and somehow they will agree to your opinion depending to their perspective to your certain post. So but practically speaking, this certain collaborative tool is not really useful or not being used by the instructional purposes. But still, if you're a kind of person who are writing or into journals, so it's a good way if you try this collaborative tool, which is the blogging, because it is a good way also, or a nice platform to try as well. Okay, so in using a weblog, we definitely need to provide direction, enable us to be guided in using so. So letter A we have here, use weblog with the clear instructional objectives. Letter B, guidelines on what and how to post will be needed. Letter C, with easy access to information, a major obligation is to teach the students to use multiple sources and to cite them appropriately. Letter D, writing about ideas is a personal act, but it is important that you are taught to make blogs personal without revealing too much of personal information, such as contact information and too personal pictures. And letter E, which is the last, it may help if you can look for every good examples of blog rather. Okay, so for this very moment, we are down to the last collaborative tool, which is the Google Group or the Google Form. So it is an application that can be used in collaborative documents of ideas contributed by members of the team. So one of the example of this Google group is what we call the Google Classroom, which is a very nice applications for the students and teachers as well, because it is very easy to navigate, it's very easy to access, the feature is very efficient, it's very useful. And from that certain platform or collaborative tool either, you can definitely see your work, the instruction of your teacher, the what do you call this, the activities that the teachers given. So from there is a collaborations. You can see the thoughts and ideas of your classmates. So from that collaborative tool, the collaborations, the communications from your fellow teachers, from your fellow classmates as well are present. So we have here also the Google form, and this Google form is very easy to access as well and very easy to use, because you just need to attach the file, attach the document, or type your answer in this Google form, and you just need to send it to the creator of a Google form, and then from that, maybe your leader is the creator, they can definitely see your answer in just one click. So from that perspective, this collaborative tool I can say is very effective and useful as well, especially right now since we are doing the online class. Okay, so as a conclusion of my discussion, I can really say that collaborative tools in digital world is very important, especially in this certain time. So as what you've noticed during the discussion, I really do pinpoint in this certain time, because due to the pandemic that we are facing nowadays, a lot of human perspective change from the traditional way we do it. It changed to somehow more digital manner. Like for example, in education, we used to in physical classes, but because of the effect of the COVID-19, we can't do it anymore. So it opens the way for the online class to dominate the educational system in the Philippines. And because it is online classes, definitely we really need to acquire the literacy when it comes to collaborative tools, because if we do acquire that certain literacy, it will find ourselves, or it will give us opportunity to study in online class in a more easier, in a more mundane manner. So yes, at the same time, we also need to be connected always with our teachers, with our schoolmates, with our classmates at the same time through online. So because of this collaborative tool, we can accomplish all of the perspective as a student effectively without any hassle. So this collaborative tool really can give us a not stressful online class life. So yes, that would be it for my report. And again, I'm Yvonne Hilary or Molina.